And as candidate for governor, I want to put Andrew Cuomo on notice that we're going to be talking about the stock transfer tax. $16 billion the state collected last year and gave back, and then they tell us we have a fiscal crisis. If we'd have just kept that money, we'd add a $7 billion surplus instead of a $9 billion deficit.
The nation's 6 biggest banks are expected to pay out somewhere near $150 billion in bonuses this year.
The bankers paid themselves $20 billion in cash bonuses after we bailed them out from the federal level to the tune of trillions. A 50% banker's bonus tax would bring in another $10 billion.
It is all tax dollars. The outrage is legitimate. The outrage is because it is our money that is subsidizing these crazy bonuses.
Many banks made record profits by taking advantage of low interest rates set by the Fed and lending that cheap money out at higher rates.
And then we need a progressive income tax structure so the janitor at Trump Towers isn't paying a higher rate in state and local taxes than Trump himself. And if we had the kind of rate we had in the 70s, 95% of New Yorkers would pay a lower income tax rate, yet we'd have $8 billion more in income. You add those three reforms together, that's $34 billion more in revenue. The rich would be paying their fair and proper share, and then we'd have, if you subtract the $9 billion deficit that Patterson says we have going into next year, we still have $25 billion. So we wouldn't be cutting the schools and the transit and laying off state workers and having a Democratic ticket that says we have to freeze state spending. That's a recipe for an endless cycle of depression and debt. So with that $25 billion, we want a Green New Deal. The Democrats, at least the leadership, has abandoned their New Deal legacy. They no longer stand for public spending when there's a recession.